Hello, welcome to RCell Wireless News. I'm Roberta Prescott and I'm at TM Forum Management Awards held in Orlando. And I have here with me Al Kurtz from Capgemini. Nice to have you here.
Good afternoon, and it's good to be here.
So my first question is, what telecom operators should do to feed their customer experience management strategy into the new era of smart devices?
Well, I think that's a kind of a multi-part question. The whole area of customer experience is a one that all of the carriers have been exploring, and so you've got to both manage it from the input side, things like social media and monitoring of what goes on at call centers, and combine that with all of the web stuff. So you've got all that integration on that side. And then you have to get it so that it interacts with the infrastructure of the carrier itself. So it's a very complicated area, I think.
And another big theme in this event today is how carriers can manage big data. And what's your point of view about it?
Well, we think big data is another area that is kind of broken down both, say, externally and internally. There's a lot of information that is available about customers and their usage and their other interactions, demographic data, that kind of thing. And then there's separately a lot of data that's generated within a communications network about what goes on. And both of those areas are kind of ripe for really deep understanding and gleaning more information from both kinds of data, and then in the most sophisticated view, even combining those two sources into a bigger view.
And over the top is also in the carrier's agenda. How can they fed off the competition, or how can they partner with over the top service providers in order to monetize these services?
Well, I think one of the areas that they need to explore is kind of separating their view. Over the top deals with content and value get from using the services, and in many cases those are big product issues, kind of worldwide internet issues, as compared to the issues that the carrier has to face on getting the right compensation for the connectivity that they provide. Big investment in the networks, and that needs to kind of stand alone, separate from the value and the activities from using the network. So I think the first step is separating those two, treating them as kind of different points of view, and then exploiting each one separately.
And it might reach the IT organization inside carriers. What do you think would be in CIO agenda, CIO from telecom operators agenda for over the next years?
Well, I think it breaks down over the topics we've talked about. One is operating the network efficiently, understanding where you need to add capacity, understanding where you have capacity, be able to move it around. The new technologies are going to be more and more challenging as we get to het nets and very small cells and that kind of thing. And then the other is dealing with the getting actual information out of the big volumes of data that are available from both customer usage and network usage. So I think those are two big areas for the CIO.
Thank you a lot for this interview.
Thank you. It's good to be with you.
Follow us at rcellwireless.com.